Hello all. So in the previous video you have seen the producer and the consumer configurations we have done through application.properties, and we have seen a demo how a string message is produced from the producer application and it is consumed from the consumer application. So in this video I will show you how the same producer configuration which we have done in the previous video can be moved into the Java file instead of application.properties. So this is the producer configuration what we have seen in the previous video. So we have this bootstrap server, key serializer and the value serializer which were configured here. So the same thing we can do it inside the Java application as well. That is what we are going to see in this video. So I have already created the producer and the consumer application. So I will just walk you through the code and we can see the demo finally using Postman. So here I'll get into this package structure and we have this resources and application.properties of our new application which is created, custom string producer, and the server is running in the port 8083, and we have removed all the producer attributes or the properties which we have configured in our previous video from the application.properties. And what we have done here is we have created one config package and we have created a class called producer configuration which is annotated with at a configuration and at enable Kafka. And we have created a bean for producer factory where we can customize our serializers and we can set our serializer and we can set our bootstrap service configuration. So if you see the application properties, these are the three properties we have set in the application.properties in our previous video. So currently here in this application what we are doing is we are bringing it into the Java file. So this producer factory, in this producer factory we are creating a hash map with a string as the key and the object as the value, and from the producer config we have these attributes bootstrap server config, key serializer class configuration and value serializer class configuration which is set to string serializer, and the broker is running in 1992. And in our Kafka template we are injecting the producer factory, and this is the bean which is created, Kafka template bean which is created. So in the service it will be the same code. You can see here we will be auto wiring this Kafka template and injecting through Spring Bean, and we will be using the Kafka template to send the message to the topic. So here the topic name what we are using is string message topic, and we are giving some random string here, and we are checking whether the feature is completed, compatible feature is completed, and we are checking if there is any exception or if it is success. That is what this method is doing. It is the same what we are doing in our earlier video as well. So from the controller we will be calling this particular method, and here we are generating this string here with a timestamp, and we are giving it as a parameter to this method to produce the message. This is from the producer side, and let us see the consumer application what we have done here. So it is also the same application where we have added the dependency of Spring Web and Lombok and the Kafka. These are the same three dependencies what we use to create this application as well. So if you see, these are the three dependencies used to create both the applications. And here what we are doing is, here also like in the previous video we have configured our configuration in application.property for the consumer Here we have only the server port, and we have removed all the configurations from the application.property, and we are moving it into our Java file. So we have created this config folder, and the consumer configuration file we have created and annotated with at annotation configuration and at enable Kafka. And you can see the consumer factory being created here the same way what we do for producer factory, with the config object which is a hash map which sets the bootstrap server configuration, which points to the local host 1992, which is the local Kafka server running in my machine in the Docker. And the key serializer is a string serializer, and the value key deserializer is the string deserializer, and the value deserializer is also set to string deserializer. And we have given a group ID here, and we are setting the string Kafka listener configuration factory and injecting the customer factory and returning to this bin. This is how this configuration is done. And if you see the listener, it is the same. So here we have the listener, where this listener listens to this particular topic, string message topic, with this group ID, and as soon as it listens the message is printed here in the console. That is what we are doing. Hope this code is understandable. It is a very simple code here actually. So what I will do now is I will clear the logs of producer application and the consumer application, and first I will start this producer application. So our producer application is getting started up. Yeah, it has started in port 8083, and we will also start our consumer application. Okay, it has started up, and I will clear the console so that we can see clearly what is getting produced and what is consumed. So now what I will do is I will open the Postman, and the controller is running in this particular path, and I will invoke the controller. So we get the acknowledgement message from the controller. Let us see what has happened in the producer. So you can see this, the message is sent, allow now, and the timestamp, and it is sent to the topic, string message topic, and the message is allow now and the timestamp. This is the value which is sent. And now let us see the consumer application, and see, you can see that received custom string messages allow now, and the time is the timestamp. So here in this video, what we have seen is, we have seen the sample how the producer and the consumer configurations can be done through Spring Java file instead of application.properties. So thank you.